Understandably, there's a lot of anxiety out there. I get that. I completely get that. But I want folks to know we are on it. We're on it 24/7. That we've got the most sophisticated systems at long last after a lot of pounding away in New Jersey. That we've got experts who run those systems. And I have confidence that we will get the facts here. And again, the fact set I'll conclude with this, the fact set as we gather here on December 16th feels to me like this is in a place where there's little to no suspicious activities. You never say never, and we're going to stay all over this. Could there have been a month ago when this whole thing started? I can't rule that out because we didn't have the assets that we now have to prove or disprove. And I think Secretary Mayorkas took a lot of heat for saying, hey, you guys are seeing things. When I don't want to speak for him, but that is part of it. There was a legitimate part of that where folks are transposing a fixed-wing manned aircraft for a drone. I'm not suggesting for a minute that that's all of it. There is zero evidence, with all due respect, that somebody's hiding the P here. The federal government or our military or somebody knows what's going on here and they're not admitting to it. I see zero evidence of that, so I would just like to debunk. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there right now. Let's put that one with the Iranians off to the side.
I think it's just important to just be as upfront as possible. Like I think what I tried to do, I was trying to say, like, here is what was observed of concern, and how it is that we deduced that it was not a drone, and like I think that connecting the dots is helpful. Like, so for me, my immediate question is like, well, what were those things that were observed? Like, did we suspect that they were drones, but they were just commercial and not something that we were concerned about? How did you get to the conclusion that they were not of concern? Is it their size? Is it where they were flying? Like I think that's just the information that is missing. And like, so for instance, the FBI, Homeland Security, they both came out with a joint statement shortly after I went out and observed alongside the police, where they said things like, most of what we've seen, we attribute to manned aircraft and misidentification. So I guess I was just kind of thinking through, like, can you just show us, some of the images that you received that are ones you're most receiving, and just show us how you deduced it, that they were manned aircraft, and like, I just think that that's what the public could use, is like walking through that, rather than just, a statement that says nothing to be concerned about. I think it's reached a level of just public attention that some greater level of depth is necessary.